Okay, so in this video, I wanted to cover a very common question I get asked by my U.S. tax clients, and it's simply, do I pay taxes on foreign income? Right? And the short answer is yes, you do. As a U.S. tax resident, you're subject to tax on your global earnings. It doesn't matter where it comes from. And so what we're going to do here is go through the rules and some examples and then cover some potential tax planning strategies you can do to get some kind of relief if you're paying tax in multiple countries. So under IRC section 7701B, IRC is Internal Revenue Code, 7701B, a U.S. tax resident individual is subject to U.S. federal income taxes on their worldwide income. Okay, again, worldwide. It doesn't matter whether it's U.S. or foreign source. Now, what's a U.S. tax resident? Well, a U.S. tax resident is a U.S. citizen, right, first and foremost, or a U.S. green card holder, or an individual that meets the substantial presence test during that tax year. Okay, so if you're an individual and you meet any one of these three tests, you're going to be a U.S. tax resident. Once you're a U.S. tax resident, you're filing IRS Form 1040, right? That's the Form 1040 used to report for your U.S. individual income tax return. If you're a non-resident, you might be filing a Form 1040-NR, but that's different from this slide that we're looking at. Okay, so if you're a U.S. tax resident, next, what do you need to worry about? Well, under Section 61A, you report your gross income, and gross income means that it's all income from whatever source derived. So it doesn't matter whether it's U.S. source income, foreign source income. As a U.S. resident, you're reporting everything, absolutely everything. And that's one of the drawbacks of being a U.S. citizen, is it doesn't matter where you live and work, you're always reporting all your income to the IRS, you're paying taxes, and that's just the price you pay for being a passport holder, a blue passport holder. So what are some examples here, and what can you do to try to alleviate your taxes a bit? So compensation for personal services, number one. Sourcing for personal services, we'll find these rules in sections 862 and 861. So compensation performed while a person is physically outside the U.S. is going to be foreign source, while a person that is physically inside the U.S. and working is going to be U.S. source income. So under this scenario, no matter whether it's foreign or U.S. source, the wages are still reported on your Form 1040. That's the key element here, is even if it's foreign source income, it's still going down on your Form 1040. Dividends. How do dividends get treated? So dividend income paid from a foreign corp is foreign source dividends, while dividend income from a U.S. corporation is U.S. source. Again, both types of dividends are reported on Schedule B, and they're subject to federal income taxes. So if you have, let's say, so I'm a U.S. citizen, let's say I'm invested in a company that's in the United Kingdom, and I get paid a dividend, that's foreign source dividends because it's coming from a UK limited company, I'm still paying tax on it. I still have to report the dividend income on Schedule B, pay the taxes, and then I might be able to take a credit. We'll talk about that later. So here's the relief provisions for U.S. tax residents, right? So foreign tax credits is a big one. If you have foreign income, so foreign source income that was subject to taxes in that foreign country, you can claim, generally, a foreign tax credit on Form 1116 to offset the U.S. taxes calculated on that same income. Okay, so what's an example of, illustrating that point? We have here, John, he's a U.S. citizen. He lives and works in Germany, and he makes $100,000 per year, which is subject to German income taxes, and he pays $20,000 in German income taxes. So as a U.S. citizen, John has to report the $100,000 in foreign source income on his 1040, and he calculates his U.S. tax liability of $31,000. Now, because John has paid foreign taxes to Germany, he can claim a foreign tax credit of $20,000 against that $31,000 U.S. federal tax liability. So he owes the IRS the net amount of $11,000. So this is how the foreign tax credit provides relief for U.S. taxpayers that are living in other countries and paying taxes there, right? You are allowed to offset your U.S. liability against what you've already paid in a foreign country. Now, the second most common exclusion here is the foreign earned income exclusion. So if you're a U.S. tax resident and you live and work overseas for at least 330 days during the year, you can qualify for this FEIE and exempt up to a certain amount of personal compensation from your federal taxes. So in this example here, we have Emily. She's a U.S. citizen. She lives and works in France, and she makes $150,000 a year. Now, on her 1040 for the 2020 tax year, she reported her gross amount of wages of $150,000, and she calculated the amount of tax owed on that. However, she can also attach a Form 2555. This is the Foreign Earned Income Exclusion Form, to report the FEIE amount, which for that year is $107,600. Now, what this does is she reports the gross amount of $150,000, and she basically takes a deduction for $107,600 in arriving at her adjusted gross income. So her AGI, after accounting for the FEIE, is now $42,400. That's the amount that gets computed for the taxable income number, right? So she gets her AGI amount, and then she takes her standard deduction or itemized deductions, and she computes the amount of federal taxes owed on that net dollar amount. So the FEIE can be very valuable to U.S. taxpayers living and working abroad. If this isn't beneficial or you don't qualify for it, you can always rely on the foreign tax credit option as well. But the idea here is, and again, just to reemphasize, if you're a U.S. tax resident, you're paying taxes on everything, even if you don't live in the U.S. Even if you don't live in the U.S., you're a dual citizen. I have a lot of clients that are U.S. citizens. They've got that second passport. They've never even lived in the United States, right, because they were born to a parent that was a U.S. citizen. They are still a U.S. tax resident, so they have to file tax returns every year. They have to pay taxes. They can compute their net tax liability using these foreign tax credits or perhaps the FEIE exclusion. But at the end of the day, if you're a U.S. tax resident, you're filing a 1040, and you're paying taxes on your global income. There's no way around that. So I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. Happy to answer those. And like always, I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Thank you so much.